Hey.
I put on a bit of that Ken Burns Civil War documentary again. With that Shelby Foote guy.
I don't remember that.
No, he's like I don't know, just like maybe he's a writer or something. I think he's a writer. But he's the Southern guy that's like, well, Lee was... Lee, but he tells stories about like the personalities or affects of like these Civil War characters, but then he's like genuinely charmed by them. And it's like, you fucking loser.
Yeah.
He's like, Lee would always take us up on the porch. And it's like, why are you laughing?
Shut up.
You fucking
He's some
dork.
asshole in a book.
Yeah.
You don't know this fucking
You don't
guy.
know this
Can you
guy.
imagine him reading a book and smiling?
Yeah,
What
fuck
a fucking
you.
nerd.
Who is he? I'm going to fuck him up.
I think he's dead.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm
Shelby
glad.
Foote.
I'm about to go piss on his grave.
Yeah, Lincoln would actually...
How about Shelby Foote meet Stavros' penis?
Mary Todd would always get
You know what I'm
upset
saying?
because
It's my cock,
You
bro.
got him there, baby.
Lincoln was known for sodomizing the neighborhood boys. Well, it was actually, he would trick them into playing hide and seek in his house. When they'd come over, he'd cut off the balls and cook them down into succotash. A little bit of corn and child's balls, and he put it in his mouth, and it was said that his mouth was filled with the balls of 7 children when he gave his famous Gettysburg Address. And that's why he said 20 years ago, because if he had just said 100, whatever the fucking number is, the balls would have fallen
out of his mouth.
balls would have fallen out of his mouth. And that's where we get the expression.
makes sense.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
is
less words.
to be balls deep was originally in the Civil War because that was at the point where Lincoln had the balls so deep in his throat that the Union had no other choice but to continue fucking the South.
Ken Burns just nodding. Ken Burns taking notes and nodding.
Just set to a
That's right.
dumbass slideshow.
Wow. That's very informative.
Yeah. Well, it was actually General Grant would he liked little girls at the time, which was not necessarily unusual, but the style was growing a giant mustache and molesting boys, as the White House did. The
Style of the times.
You have to understand, this was before baseball. This was a nation in search of itself. Amidst a great war for its own identity, trying to figure out a national pastime, which many assumed would be then and forever molesting young boys and cutting the balls off.
Cooking them down into various
Various
Throw 'em into vegetable-based dishes.
Into Johnny Cakes, which was a predecessor to, obviously, the famous Doritos San Locos, invented in the Mexican-American War. It was said that Pancho Villa created the craziest breakfast that ever lived.
Pancho Villa himself.
Yeah.
Ground down Doritos.
Sam Houston during the Mexican-American War was known for cutting his own balls.
He would cut off a little square of his nut skin.
They had a plan during the Battle of San Jacinto. The Mexican army took a siesta in the middle of the day, and Sam Houston went down. He sucked the balls of every one of those Mexican soldiers, and his first lieutenant said to him, "Well, sir, why would you do such a thing?" And he said, "It's the last thing that they would expect." And that was sort of the idiosyncratic view of battle that Sam Houston had.
Nah, Houston soldiers would go on to get slaughtered in that fight.
At the Alamo.
But those Mexican soldiers were never the same, knowing they had
A lot of
engaged
people
in
struggle to
homosexuality.
understand the significance of the Alamo back in those days, but you have to. They say the Alamo is such an important battle. For what reasons you have to put yourself in the mindset of a Texaner living in 1860, and that is the Alamo was the only movie theater where they did not allow black people. You weren't allowed to talk in that theater.
You had to turn your phone off.
You had to turn your phone off or they'd kick you.
But you could order nachos.
For that movie theater to be taken over by Mexicans.
Interesting. Well, why don't we circle back to all the battle stuff?
Yeah.
Just Ken Burns, like, I don't know about that one. Gordon, what's his name?
Shelby.
Shelby Foote.
Shelby, why don't we stick to the battle stuff and I'm not sure they had phone. Anyway, there's a lot wrong with what you just said. But
Yeah, it's just the way he's like, just like privately, the way he laughs to him, you know, at Lincoln even. It's like, God
Shut
damn
up.
it, dude.